Hello everybody, welcome to my second video of my first channel ever, CityCrafter XXX. I welcome all my viewers that are joining in my series today, and I thank anyone who has started from my first video of showing you how I survived through hard mode difficulty in my first world. Now, just to keep things really quick, I am a player with 9 years of experience and expertise and passion that I like to show to everyone in the Minecraft community. So I made this channel for that. And in this Let's Play series, I'm not only going to be showing you tips and tricks on how to survive, but also quick tutorials and run-throughs of me building houses, skyscrapers, streets, and etc. All the structures of what a city would have, except somewhat adapted into the Minecraft atmosphere and physics. And also, I had this no cheat certification throughout all my videos, where I will not cut any part of the videos. I will only speed up some part of videos where I'm showing you the process of me harvesting materials, which are the parts where I'm not talking or it is irrelevant to anything important. I will just speed it up. I will never cut any parts, and whenever I stop through the video, I want to stop playing, I would just quit the world and stop recording from the main menu, rather than stop recording from the world right there and start recording from the world again, as a lot of other players do, just so you viewers have a good trust in me that everything I do is pure survival and is no cheating whatsoever, which it is. So now let's get started. And in this series, I will have three survival worlds, all with the same difficulty in hard mode. 2 in the PC and 1 in the Pocket Edition that I will be presenting later on. And my main objective for all these worlds is to build a huge city with towers and skyscrapers, condos, houses, hotels, along with villagers living in them, and just making those horses for the fun of it. So I hope you all enjoy my content and enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer it as soon as possible. So now I'm going to continue mining, as I've already gone through caves. If you haven't checked out my first video, please do. It might be a little chunky and long, but I hope it will not be enough to have you have disinterest in me. To have any disinterest in my videos. So now I'm going to continue surviving. So in this video, I'm going to be having a quick tutorial. I'm going to be running through a quick tutorial of how to build your first house and your survival world, and how you will do, and I'll show you. So finally, this is the video where I'll show you viewers of how to build your first house in survival with decent materials, and that'll be based and with basic themes and designs, nothing too complex. So while also having the functionality enough for you to survive, to have an area for storage, for crafting, for smelting, and for everything else in between. So let's get started with this video once I am done mining through here. And as I also want to mention that when you're down here mining into caves, you definitely want to as a builder, you would definitely, even in the beginning of your world and the first few days, you would want to gather all types of stones that are diorite and granite, andesite, salt, and even just regular stone. Especially now in this video, where I'm going to show you viewers how to build your first house. So I'm going to start with that. Now the first important objective to building your first house is to know the location of the house. And before I continue on with this, I want to say that when I say having your first house in survival, this is the first house that I expect you to only I expect you viewers to only keep and maintain and live for temporarily, or until weeks, until days of Minecraft. You will be playing and harvesting plenty of materials. Once you have fine gold, redstone, and lapis lazuli, once you get to to a level where you have a lot of materials and you gain a lot of experience of your land and a lot of literally experience to enchant your tools, and if you're an expert, you kind of get the idea of what I'm saying. Once you get to this level, I will then show you viewers how to build your main house. First thing, so now I can continue. I can start. The first objective you have to go through is to know where you want your house to be. Now this will depend on on the distance of your home to where you want to. Well, no, I'd rather show it on the surface. Now in the meantime, without even knowing your design, it is good to just for the moment find all three decorative stones and keep with you and keep in the chest once you're in the surface, so you can get more options for what blocks you want to use for your house. So for the moment, if you're in a cave, don't just mine minerals, but also I recommend you viewers to mine all the three stones as seen right here, also granted somewhere else, so you can have options for what do you want to build in your house. Now I'm gonna just mine through the diagonal trick. There's a trick that I do when I'm mining through ore chunks, and I wanted to find out if there's another ore chunk that's closely connected to this. And look at this, here it worked. I found iron after diagonally mining from this coal chunk that I recently mined. Only about 4 blocks down, I've already found iron. Now this is proof of how my diagonal mining trick works. And hey, if you just actually mine through granite and a lot of these precious stones, and a lot of these decorative stones, you could possibly even find chunk of ores right connected to them, such as this nice this chunk of iron ore. This is very good. And for any builders, if you see any dirt underground, please harvest it. Okay, so I'm done mining. As you can check here, I have not only harvested a lot of cobblestone, which is very good for more stone pickaxes and for the materials of your house that could be your potential materials. I mined granite, stack of granite, a little more than that, almost a little more than a stack and a half of diorite, and just about a stack of andesite. That's pretty good. Alright, so 45, 1, 2, 3, so 45 divided by 8, let's check. 8 times 3, 8, 16, 8 times 4, 32, 8 times 5, 40. So now so if you have a stack of blocks that you want to smelt, if you think of the math, 8 times 8 equals 64, so you only just put 8 coal and then you use your coal all efficiently. Just about up to that much. So a blast furnace is created like the way it just did. If not, I could possibly try to put a screenshot on the screen. Of course, not to cover the whole video, but this blast furnace will only especially The difference between a furnace and a blast furnace, that a blast furnace will smelt ores a lot faster than a regular furnace. It will not affect the amount of coal that you need to put in. It will just smelt it faster. Alright, and I have my suit of armor, guys. Heck yeah. Sorry for anybody that hasn't found iron very good, or is not with good luck on iron, but once you get through a lot of caves, you will hopefully find not just 43 iron like I had, but possibly a whole stack of iron and a little bit more of that. Alright, so now up here I'm gonna be a real big guy and beat the crap out of that witch, cause come on, really? 2 witches already trying to sneak attack me? I don't think so. Which despawn, huh? Good. Better despawn. There we go. Alright. Now my low food levels. Not just low food levels, but with low health I need to. I need to make a chest, dang it. This will not only affect your chances of starting a livestock farm through the cows or pigs, or any other livestock on land. It will, these salmon will always they will despawn, and even if you kill all the salmon in this area, in one area, if you only just walk about 20 blocks away from the river and come back, the game will instantly spawn more salmon and squid for you to hunt down. So it's basically an infinite food source that is super easy to get. So I don't know why I'm complaining. So just from there, I already got 23 raw salmon. So now just to put it in there, and there we go. Okay, so now that I finally put all my stones in here, and unnecessary storage, and shears. Now let's get started with the tutorial, quick tutorial of building your first house in your survival world. So the first objective is to identify where your location is going to be. Now, as I said, this is going to be a temporary house, but when I say temporary, I mean for around, you will be using this house. I expect to be able to use this house for around I could say in Minecraft days, 1 to 3 months of days in Minecraft. Now, in real days, it could be 1 through 5 real life days, depending on how much you play Minecraft. Anyways, the location, it actually matters where you put your house. You can always put your house up on the mountains, which benefits you to have a nice view of all the biomes around you, like as you can see right here, the desert, plains, forest, etc. But then there's the con where if you had to get back up to there from the plains, and it's going to take a long process, which is going to make you make staircases, which it may not seem, which for some may not take a lot of effort, but it's gonna take you some effort to make a staircase so you can quickly go up to your house. If not, it's gonna take a lot of time to get up there, especially in the nighttime when you're with hostile mobs. Of course, in the daytime it's fine, but when there's hostile mobs, there's definitely gonna be some struggle. You could possibly die from trying to get to your house by going uphill like that. Building a house on the plains will prevent you from doing that because you can easily access your house by just walking and running right to it without having to climb so much. Now the con is that you will be exposed to hostile mobs from all sides. If you're not making a house near the river, or even near the river, that's even more exposure, a same amount of exposure, especially actually more dangerous near the river. But it's important to know that you are exposed to mobs, and not only that, you can also your house is very visible just in case if you're playing multiplayer with someone and you don't want anyone accessing to your house or griefing or doing anything bad to your house. If you could just make a distinction between those two and possibly other areas such as underground or underwater. I gotta say underwater I definitely do not recommend because it's really hard, and if you're gonna build in the ocean, well, you're gonna have to be careful for ground zombies, which I said they can carry arthritis and you could possibly die. So definitely you should build your first home around the plains around here or in the forest. The forest will make your house more hidden, but it will definitely have more mobs jam-packed in there, not as much as plains, but you will not see mobs a lot when you will not have such a great view of around you when you have a lot of trees blocking the way. It's gonna make you're gonna have a lot of surprises from hostile mobs even through the daytime. When creepers just blow up to your house or blow up at your entrance or all of those unfortunate events. So I recommend that the best biome to build your first house in, or just to build any house in, is the plains. So let's get started right here. Now for me, I would like to have, including in my house, with a balcony that I can reach out towards to this river, so that I can successfully fish with protection, of course, and less dangers. Obviously, I would not fish at night, but actually I can fish at night around these waters because these waters are not so deep. So definitely I can fish around there. There we go. This is the right location. This is where I want my house to be. Alright. So now you have figured out where your location is going to be. You're going to figure out where you want to have the design. I'm going to stop playing Minecraft for now, so here's break 1. Or I should say break 2. No, break 1. Alright, end of break 1 on my second video of my Let's Play series. Alright, so it is the next day, mostly in the night. I mean, pretty much nighttime again. In real life, not in Minecraft. Well, it's just about to be nighttime and I need to go to sleep. So I think I've already covered most of the basics for the location and the conditions of the location relating to the house and everything else in between. So I said I would build my house right here, and I will. Okay. So once you have found your location, let me not build that crafting table. Once you have found another location once you found a location for where you're going to build your first house, you would definitely. Not sorry. Now we're gonna move on to the layout. No, not even before the layout. I would say we're gonna discuss about the contents of the house. So the concept of the house could be the how many bedrooms you want it to have, to where they have, how big the storage room is, where it is, living spaces, so you can have multiple living rooms, small or big, or one bigger than the other. Either way, knowing the concepts of your house is important before you even do the layout and before you even do the bare design. So definitely you're gonna have to think about what content you want. Now, don't have to think too hard because this is only your first house, so expect your house to be upgraded, to upgrade soon, or just to leave it as it is and build your main house somewhere else, or another house over there that is bigger and that suits you into whatever desires you want it to have. So for me, so just keep everything basic since this is the first house. So for the survival, you're going to want a bedroom where you have all your belongings. You're also going to want a kitchen where you're going to where you're going to have a furnace and cook stuff, and multiple furnaces are mostly smokers, as smokers are like furnaces, but they only cook food, and they cook food faster than a furnace does. I'm not sure if it's exactly 2 times, but it cooks a lot faster. Just like a blast furnace smelts minerals a lot faster than a regular furnace. So once you know what you want, and this is a pretty easy step to go with. Now this is the first house. So you want a bedroom, kitchen, just a walkway just to walk through, and but just to keep it basic, only build what you need. And if you want to build one more decorative room or anything that is special, that is perfectly fine. But of course, you're gonna want. I also want a big farm outside, and you should too have most of your farm being outside and separate from your house, and so it's not disturbed by you stepping on the crops. So now that you figure out the contents, let's go with the design. So for the design, the layout. So the layout is basically just digging out with a shovel or with your hand. I just put shovel to make it faster. Now I kind of switch attitudes from, oh, let's be efficient, I'm not going to use a shovel, let's use our hands. And sometimes I go right into, oh, I'm going to use a shovel with a cobblestone because it's just cobblestone I can get easily, and I can just do this quicker. So just excuse me if that's ever concerns you or irritates you that you do that, but my layout. So the layout, so the areas where you're gonna dig is where you're going to have your walls, and that will determine, and not just walls, but also could be different structures. Like shaping out your kitchen, you would have a bar, so you would dig something like in the center. So here's your bar area. Oh, there's already stone. That's pretty cool. And then you have this become where the furnace is with the crafting table. This is like the countertop, and this is an island. And you have more. Counter over here. I think this is a pretty. Alright, I can see I'm about around halfway into the layout. So far I'm almost done with my first floor. I just wanted to have like a living space, so this is my hallway. So this is a good example of what a good layout would be. So and with a good design along with it. So here's my hallway, and here I can say my quick random chest, where I just put whatever stuff I have from over there that doesn't seem to belong to any other subject, but it's just miscellaneous, such as seeds or flowers or anything I need to put in quick into this double chest right here. And up here I have some item frames just for something else. And there's this wall. This is all wall. Well, the wall stops here. And now I like to add bricks into here with a bunch of furnaces on here. Well, actually, I would like to instead have this, and actually have this entire area. This entire area is going to be a wall. So it actually to allow diagonal. And then right here, this will be a lot of block space just to have a little freedom. And in this diagonal little checker thing, this will be my 3 quick chests. And quick chests is something I like to create where it's they are chests that are already pre-equipped with any tools or items that you would want for a specific objective or task that you want to take with you. So you would actually dump most of your items in your chest up in your room, and then whenever you want to farm, you have a farming chest. You will get your hoe, seeds, crops, so on and so forth. And if you want to go on an adventure, you would have your food, milk, potions, whatever you need. And then for fighting, you would have your additional weapons, armory, and potions, food, so on and so forth, and many other items, and so on. Break 2.